LexiCon podcast. Let's get the conversation started. Hello and welcome to LexiCon. It is Maddie along with
Lexie.
Dylan.
And we are right in the middle of our deep dive into Nickelodeon shows. Alright, since we're getting into the preschool section, we thought we'd bring in an expert on the subject. The youngest member of the family, Johnny, has joined us.
Yeah!
He's currently drinking a bottle, and for the fact that he doesn't talk that much, he might not add much to the conversation, but he's here nevertheless. Alright, kick the preschool list off.
Alright, starting...
Of course, I will say, a lot of this stuff I would have seen on Noggin,
Yes.
which was the precursor to Nick Jr., or Nick Jr., which was just the early morning part of Nickelodeon for a time.
Yes, Noggin.
Not
that's
its own
amazing.
channel.
Okay, so starting in 99, so it wasn't around very long before me, but it started with Little Bill.
Oh, I love Little Bill.
Yes, I very much love that show.
I love Gregory Hines, the dad, too. He passed away way too early. He's one of my favorite actors.
I'm sorry. And then into 2000 with my favorite preschool show, Dora the Explorer.
That's a Nickelodeon original?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I
wasn't sure about that.
That's definitely my favorite.
Can we just give a quick shout out to Noggin and Moose and Z?
Yes.
And before them, Face.
Yes. God.
And the great songs. The one, they had one for every month.
Yeah.
We're going on a trip. I don't like candy corn. I only want a candy cane this year, etc.
Yes.
And of course, my favorite was Everywhere I Go.
Yes, I'm still waiting on receiving a pair of socks wrapped in the shape of a candy cane. Okay. After that, we go into
You can be your Yuiest.
We go into 2001, the year I was born with Oswald.
Oswald.
I didn't know that was Nick.
The voice of Oswald, Fred Savage,
Uh-huh.
who was the star of The Wonder Years, and the older brother of Ben Savage, who was the star of Boy Meets World, and then
Nice.
the dad on Girl Meets World.
Nice. Oh, I love it Oswald. Another
Oswald
great.
the octopus, of course.
Yes. Another great
Penguin
one.
pal.
Yes. And
Oswald.
Daisy. Right?
What?
Was she a daisy? Or was she another type of flower? I think. Yeah, she was named Daisy, wasn't she?
Yeah.
He had a lot of good friends, and he had a little dog in it. It was amazing, and they had games on
What was
the
the
website
dog's
that was
name?
really fun.
Dog.
Laney, I think.
Was it?
Think so?
Maybe.
I could be wrong. It has been a minute
Was he
since
actually
I've
a hot
watched it.
dog?
I know he was a arena dog.
I felt like he had like a hot dog bun on him.
Maybe.
Maybe
or,
I'm misremembering.
or maybe he had like a costume.
No, I'm right. See, he looked like a hot dog.
Yeah.
See, it's like his bottom half
I
was
see.
brown and his back and head were orange.
Nice. But another great one in 2004, The Backyardigans. One of the greatest.
Backyardigans.
Yes.
One of my all-time favorite television show songs was the race one.
Yeah.
Go, 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 you gotta go, you know you can't go fast if you go too slow, so go, 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 go.
Yeah, I personally have memories of Dylan owning a Pablo that moved around.
Pablo the Penguin.
Yep.
He had wheels on the bottom. And they
Yep.
got caught in your hair.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Grampy got that from him for Christmas.
Nice. I did, though, of course, love Backyardigans and the toys and all that. After that, we got in 2005, so damn, not long after you were born, and for some reason that shocks me. The spin-off from Dora the Explorer, Go Diego Go.
Diego.
Which totally retconned Diego as a much younger
Yes. Completely retconned him.
Also known as Dora Both Animals.
I like Go Diego Go.
But Baby
though.
Jaguar couldn't speak in it, right?
I know at least for a while he didn't speak in Dora, but I'm pretty sure he spoke in Go Diego Go.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
I know there was some disconnect there. I
Or
was thinking
maybe
it was
like for a little
I was
while
thinking
he
because
couldn't.
Dora could talk to her animal friends, but Diego couldn't. That was the issue,
Yeah.
but maybe I'm...
For the most part, he can't speak to the animals, I'm pretty sure. But,
Wait, quick side note on Dora the Explorer. When she had her friend the Map,
uh-huh.
and at one point I thought the Map was being a little cocky, and I said, man, Map's getting a big head, and somebody misheard as Matt's getting a big head, and my dad was like, what do you mean getting a big head? Something to that effect, anyway.
Nice. I like Map. With the new show, it's like I both miss him but don't miss him because he technically still exists. He's just not the same, you know?
Isn't he an app now?
He was an app, and he might still be.
Bobby at
but
the mic.
I don't know. It's interesting. After that, another great one in 2006, Wonder Pets.
Oh, love the Wonder Pets.
Yes.
Lenny, Tuck,
And Ming Ming too.
sorta. Remember the episode where they had to
Yes.
rescue Ming Ming? One of the classics. You went as the Wonder Pets for Halloween one year.
Yes, I did.
You were Lenny,
Yes.
and you had a Peeps basket,
Yep.
which was Ming Ming, and you had your stuffed turtle who played Tuck, and we made it like a cape
Yep.
for them.
And I absolutely loved it. And then another good. All of these are good. I just keep saying another good one. Let's be fair, all of them were good. But in 2007, Ni Hao Kai Lan.
Wait, time out. Are these just animated preschool shows?
Yes, these are
Okay,
just the
because
animated ones.
something
so
very
far.
obvious is missing.
Okay,
Apparently.
yes.
We'll get to it.
Yes. So 2007, Ni Hao Kai Lan.
Ni Hao Kai Lan was good.
Very
Yes,
good
it's so
song.
cute. I remember at some
What
point.
was her? Ho Ho was her friend?
One of them, yeah.
Her main friend. Her
Yeah.
Boots.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that was the little white monkey. But,
I guess Ni Hao Kai Lan was kind of like Chinese Dora.
But I remember at some point in time we had like some watercolor paints or something. And I remember painting mine and Dylan's face as some of the characters.
Alright, so Johnny decided to bail on us, so it's just back to the main threesome. But continue the list where it was.
So we were just talking about Wally Kazam. And I don't have specific memories of it. Like, I know the show, and it's an okay show, but it's not something I
It's a
was
good show.
too
That's
into.
also-
I know the title. I don't know. I don't think I watched it enough to.
It's the Blue Troll Kid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
But no, following that in 2013, another good one, even though there was a period of time that I definitely did not like it. Dora and Friends Into the City.
The only experience I had with that show is really Johnny watching it recently. I'm sure I watched it once or twice with you.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a big hit for us. So.
Remember they did like the special or the movie or whatever with Shakira? They're going to a Shakira concert?
No, I don't actually.
I kind of recall that.
Only Shakira concert I remember is from Zootopia. And she was like a gazelle or something in that.
Yeah. But,
Not to say she's not a gazelle in real life. I don't
yeah.
know.
You're talking about backpacking them. Obviously, you didn't see the special. But Boots came in, bought backpack. They had a fixed backpack. One of her friends, like, sewed it, so backpack kind of got a new look. And
What about Map?
Map kind of came back. It's no longer just like a GPS app. I think he's still technically an app, so now he's like all 3D and stuff. But the character's back, kind of doing a little bit of singing and map stuff, you know.
Yeah, all the old characters are gone.
I mean, yeah, we don't really
and
see the
this,
friends
and there's
stuff.
actual humans.
Yeah, like I said, part of me, you know, it's not as great as the original, and for a while
It's
I
not
definitely
so
didn't
huge.
like it.
And she doesn't
But-
live in a random by a huge green plain of nothingness.
But that's like I still like it, you know. We still get to see her family, the twins, her grandma, all that stuff. I think it's still nice. So
But not Issa,
yeah, no, we
or
don't.
Swiper,
I'm aware,
or Boots, really.
unless it's like the specials. But continuing on, here's an animated show I definitely have some questions about. From 2015, Fresh Beat Band of Spies.
Why
That's-
did it come
Johnny
Spies?
watches that. It's
He
the
does.
animated series based on the Fresh Beat Band, which we haven't covered yet.
The first big band
We
was
will.
awesome.
We like that was a live action.
Yes, that was good.
Sort of like the American Wiggles. Not exactly,
Sorta,
but
yeah.
not a bad
Yeah,
comparison.
they're way better than every other band.
I
Dude,
know.
can we just take a minute and shout out the Wiggles?
Yes.
I assume that might come up on the Disney Channel episodes that they did play on Disney Channel,
Yes.
but
It's
love the
Wiggles.
I love the Wiggles. I love the Blue Wiggle too, and how he's just never left.
all right, we'll talk more about that in the Disney episode though, because I think it
Probably.
might come up.
Yeah, but I do question why they're suddenly
Spies? And
spies
why are
and
they
stuff.
2D
Yeah.
now?
Also in 2013, here's one that I don't have questions about because I do really enjoy it. Shimmer and Shine. This is actually something I watched
Shimmer
before
and
Johnny, but he
Shine.
does watch it.
Yeah, I've only seen it a bit with Johnny,
Fine. I love that show.
and because y'all's niece was into it, so we bought Shimmer and Shine
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
one Christmas.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah, and then we get a couple from 2017, one of which is Sunny Day. I've watched a little bit of it.
Yeah.
It's not really something Johnny watches a whole lot now. He did watch it for a little while.
He watched
It's
it a
all
little
right.
bit.
Yeah, it's all right. Another one that we wanted to get into, and you were really curious about, but I don't think we
What is
ever
it?
actually got
What is it?
around to watch it. It's Nella, the Princess Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really quickly, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I just logged into Twitter.
Yes.
I just logged into the LexiCon account for the first time on my new phone,
Yes.
and I literally immediately got a notification. There was a login to your account from a new device on today's date. Literally the login I just completed.
Yeah.
It's like, yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
No, you're good. After that, we move into the live-action preschool series. So, according to that, any animated series that we didn't just cover are still currently going.
Yeah, I
The-
understand.
The last one to end started
Wait,
in
so we're moving.
2017.
Wait, so we're moving from animated preschool into live action
Preschool.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were.
Yeah, I
so we haven't even gotten to the current
mistaken.
regular cartoons
No.
or series yet.
We're not even to the current
This is an
stuff
odd. This is an odd
mean, but that's-
grouping.
yet. Well, like I said, it goes through all the former programming and then all the current one, and then there's also a section for future programming. But I figured.
Oh, so we're not even.
cover that.
I guess stuff currently in production.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say Dora and Friends is still on because Johnny so is
Yeah.
Shine.
But those shows
I
are
understand.
technically
I understand
ended.
now.
Alright, so starting in 1977, before Nickelodeon was officially Nickelodeon, we have a show called Pinwheel.
I remember Pinwheel. That might
Holy
even be the
shit.
show I was referring to.
Holy shit, it's older than you.
But it was still on when I was a kid. I
Yeah,
remember Pinwheel.
According to this, it ended in 90.
I think that might be the show that I was talking about. And there may have been some traditional animation in it, but I think that's the show I'm thinking of that had some kind of, well, not untraditional, but non-drawn animation in it.
Okay, well, you can look that up because I'm afraid if I click it, I'm going to lose the list. But, yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong,
Like,
but
that's from before
Is there a-
Nickelodeon was officially
That
Nickelodeon.
name-
They're like puppets
yeah,
or something.
I'm not sure. God,
It seems
Okay,
like you probably
okay,
know
okay.
it, though.
yeah, I do know it though. I definitely saw it. I remember that green guy.
Okay.
Okay, so that's not the show I was thinking of, but I definitely recognize it. So
Okay.
it's definitely something I watched, at least in the early Nick days.
Nice.
All right, but
It
the title definitely rang a major bell with me, and I do sort of recognize it. But well, if it is the show I was remembering, I was just completely misremembering it. I know there was at least one other show besides You Can't Do That on Television and Double Dare that was in Danger Mouse, that I'm pretty sure was on Nickelodeon, that was big to me at the time.
from what we've read, that is like the oldest Nickelodeon show. Just saying. And then we get another one in '89 called Eureka's Castle.
No idea what that is.
Yeah, me neither. In '94, Allegra's Window.
No idea what that is.
I recognize that name.
I don't.
Was that? I want to say, was that Muppets 2?
I don't know.
I think it was. I definitely recognize the name. I mean, again, it wouldn't have been exactly in my wheelhouse at the time.
There's only one Nick show, live action preschool
Yeah, it
Nick
was.
show.
See, she was a puppet.
Nick. Oh yeah, I recognize the character. But there's only one live action preschool show from Nick from '94 that I know. Gullah Gullah Island.
Gullah Gullah Island.
And Gullah Gullah Island was great, but I don't remember from its original run. I remember watching you as a child in Noggin, and the songs would just stay in my head all the time. I was delivering newspapers at the time, and I would just spend whole nights on the paper route just singing the songs in my head and to myself.
Gullah Gullah Island.
Oh,
I'll
me,
still
Gullah
watch
Gullah.
it.
Watching Binya Binya Pollywog. Ron and Natalie Days. They were just performing at a concert to raise funds for something a couple weeks ago, but we were going to be sleeping at the time
Yeah.
it was on, or we might have donated and checked it out. But,
Yeah.
and of course, it takes place in and around the Low Country in our home state, South Carolina, in the Gullah Geechee area.
I still very fondly remember the episodes. The episodes one where there's some baby sea turtles and they're learning about that and
Yeah.
whatnot. Another one where they go to the market. I remember the oldest son, is buying like beads to make something. And also the one where the bird gets band-aids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jansen.
Yeah.
Jansen Pelican.
I love
Why was a
Gullah
bird
Gullah
need a
Island.
Band-Aid?
I don't remember, but he liked the band-aids.
Because that was like his superpower, was to give people band-aids. They were
Yeah,
playing
something like that.
superheroes, and he was like Dr. Pelican.
Yeah, something like that.
That's the coolest superpower.
Like, I mean, that's just one of the best preschool shows. End of story right there. But continuing on, in '96 is another great one, Blue's Clues, which has a version going on right now.
Wait, I screwed up my blue impression. Okay, I accidentally, I kind of swallowed something and
I'm sorry.
my throat seized up for a second.
96.
I love Blue's Clues, and the
Yeah, that's
original
weird
version
because
of
that
it.
wouldn't have been really my era, but I remember watching Blue's Clues a little bit before. I think it was before you were born. I think I checked it out.
Look, it's a very good show.
And
Nothing
I
wrong
like
with
I
being a
like I like
teenager
all of
checking out
Blue's
Blue's
companions,
Clues.
Steve
Yes.
and wait. Josh is the current one.
Yes.
Steve is the original one.
Okay.
All of a sudden I'm blanking on the middle one. Joe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I actually think Josh
That's
might
the
be
one
my
with the
favorite of the
squares,
three.
right?
I suppose.
I remember that as the second.
That was
host.
nothing. I did not drop a dime.
Oh wait, what'd you get? Oh, a nat 1. I mean, to be fair, it's a D10, but still.
D12. It's a D12.
No, it's a D12.
But according to this, at least the original one was from 96 to 2006. But Blue's Clues, another great one. Here's one from 98, Binya Binya.
Binya Binya had a spinoff?
I guess so. It existed for a whole 4 days in 98.
I know this.
A whole 4 days. Well, it might have just been a special one.
It may have been, it says it went from February 2nd, 98 to February 6th, 98.
I got it. I know.
So, yeah. But that was the thing. And here's a great one. Here's another absolutely great one. Started as shorts in 2000 and became a full series in 2003, lasting until 2005. Ubi!
Ubi.
Ooby, 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 ooby. For those who don't know, Ooby was a hand with
Yes.
googly eyes.
He had a foot friend.
He had a foot friend.
Yeah, I probably had budget about $5.
He had another hand friend and his little hand sister and his hand grandpa. And there's one episode where Grandpa sang a song to them, and that's another one of my top TV show songs of all time.
Yes.
But I can't remember enough of it now to even sing you a piece of it. But
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I love Ubi.
And the hands would
That's
stand
another
out because the actors would hold their hands in different formations.
Yeah.
Like Grandpa was like kind of knotted up, and
Uh-huh.
they had different little moves with their fingers to differentiate them. Besides their voices, of course.
Yeah, I loved them. They're so cute. 2004, we got a blues spin-off, Blues Room. Do you remember that
I
one?
remember Blues Room. I don't remember watching it much, but I remember that it existed.
Same. There's another one that I do remember watching. I think he liked it. Jack's Big Music Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Jack.
Yeah,
Jack
with,
was like a
the little
dog,
puppet.
little puppet dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a real life dog.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, the little puppets. He was blue too, wasn't he?
That was a good, solid show too.
Yeah, it was.
It's one of those underrated ones, sort of like Ned's Declassified, that people don't remember enough. I don't think anyway.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Nick Jr. They haven't failed us with a show. Like I haven't watched a Nick Jr. show that hasn't at least been good, you know, a decent whatever. But then 2009 we got the Fresh Beat Band.
Our aforementioned
yeah.
Fresh Beat Band.
Yes, that apparently had like 2 or 3 different people play Marino.
Live action show featuring a band.
Yeah.
Sort of. Again, I compared it to the Wiggles, also the Doodle Bops coming
Yeah.
to mind. Another Disney show, if you want
Yeah.
a comparison.
Don't
I guess maybe you could compare it to like a kid's version of the Partridge Family.
They went to music school and did some cool stuff. And they like lived in a mall.
It was awesome.
It's very interesting, very weird,
But
but
then we had to
also
become
very
spies.
awesome. Yeah, I mean that's the only one I could even start to potentially complain about. And then one in 2015 called Nick Jr. Puppies. Anybody know this one?
No.
No.
That's one I actually don't know.
Literally nobody knows it. We answer for the world.
Also in 2015, Mutton Stuff.
That's not familiar to me.
It sounds familiar to me, but I can't specifically place it. And then last one of the preschool live action in 2018, Zufai.
I don't know that.
Sounds familiar.
It does, doesn't
But
it?
did you say what year?
2018.
I think I'm.
Do you know what
mixing it up
zoo thing I know is
with
like
think so, too.
Zaboomafoo or whatever?
It's a boom food. That's a good
that was a
one.
PBS show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could maybe do an episode on that too.
You know,
Yeah,
we really
PBS has some
could.
good stuff as well.
Yeah. Like PBS, that's some good classic kids
Yeah.
shows too.
I say that's about like kid stuff. Cartoon Network is better, like a tier up from PBS.
Yeah. Now y'all want to go into? Well, give me just a second.
Did the whole page refresh?
No, it misread me scrolling as swiping, so it went back. Okay, here we go. Y'all want to get into the mini-series / other category?
I'm sure there's
Is
not.
that what we're up to now?
Yes.
Whatever comes next.
Alright, so in 94 and 2010, The Big Help.
Don't know those.
Oh, that was like
familiar.
it was like a coordinated campaign for like cleaning up parks and beaches and that kind of stuff. It was maybe more involved than that as well, but there's that sort of community service type thing.
Nice. Also in 94, You to You.
That I don't recognize.
Alright, from 96, Natalie's Backseat Traveling Web Show. Any idea?
That actually kind of sounds familiar, but I
Okay.
don't think it's something we dived into too deeply. But I feel
Okay.
like we at least, stuck our toes in the water of it.
Nice. From 2001, Action League Now.
It sounds familiar, but again, not a major player for us.
Yeah. 2003, WACK. WACK.
No clue.
Okay. 2004, Let's Just Play Go Healthy Challenge. I think I have big memories of that existing. 2008, Dance on Sunset.
Mm-mm.
Alright, in 2008 we got The Big Green Help. Also in 2008, Rugrats Preschool Days.
I'm sure the Big Green Help was something similar to the
Yeah.
other Big Help. Rugrats Preschool Days, I can obviously guess at, but I didn't know it existed.
I've heard
Surprisingly.
of it, but yeah, I don't really remember.
You said this is
anything
like
of it.
specials and stuff, though. None of this
Yeah,
is
like
actual long-term
miniseries,
series.
other things, yeah. Like 2009, Fairly Odd Parents, Wishology. You look like you're thinking of the.
No.
Okay. 2009, Nickelodeon, Halo Awards. Remember that. 2010, Seven Secrets. Anything?
Don't know that.
Me neither, really.
No, you can move along.
Okay. 2011, SpongeBob SquarePants, Legends of Bikini Bottom.
I don't know what that is.
It sounds
2011, I can imagine we watched it. We've
Yeah.
seen several SpongeBob specials.
So many things. Also in 2011, SpongeBob's Runaway Road Trip.
Again,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
That
I don't
sounds
remember it, but
familiar.
it's the right time period for us to have seen it. We were
Yeah.
still watching SpongeBob specials even up to a couple years ago, so
And then a couple from 2016, Lost in the West and Legendary Dudes.
I don't know either one of those. That other one was a series.
Yeah. And then the last one, which happened on January 10th, 2021, is Nick NFL Wildcard Game. It sounds like something I've heard of, but that's about it.
Well, the NFL wildcard is like a round of their playoffs, so I don't know if
Yeah.
it ties into that or what.
I don't know. And then from
I
there,
didn't follow
it's
the NFL at all this year though, because I didn't even think they should have a season.
Same.
And I wondered how long it was going to go. So other than watching a bit of the Super Bowl, I dropped out for a year on NFL.
Yeah. Then after that, we get into the acquired programming, and then we'll be into the current stuff. And the acquired is also divided up, apparently, wholly.
Let's do it. And I mean,
Let's do it!
we've gone this far.
Yes! Okay, so 16. From 2005 to 2006.
Wait, acquired program is starting there?
Yes.
Okay, so apparently this list is...
Well, no, it's not in order. It's alphabetical instead of by year.
Why?
And 16 starts
Damn
with
it,
the
Wiki
number
Mods.
6. Number 6, so it's first.
16 starts with the number...
People. I mean, like anyone
One.
can edit a wiki.
Or technically the number 16.
I'm saying the show is the number 6 and then the word teen. So that's why it's first on the
I
alphabetical
understand.
list.
It would still be with the number 16 as well, unless there were other number shows. But continue, please.
Okay, next is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. That sounds
I've seen the movie.
familiar,
It's a movie. It's a movie with Jim Carrey. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess there was a Nickelodeon.
I guess.
I don't know. Unless they
yeah.
just showed it. That sounds
Oh
like they
no,
just showed
it says
movie.
from 99 to 2000.
I guess maybe they made a series of it,
Maybe.
and Nickelodeon picked it up at one point.
Yeah, The Adventures of the Little Prince from the 80s.
Not familiar with. It's one of those fairly generic
Yeah.
titles. Like I could have well seen it, but it didn't stand out to me.
Yeah, The Adventures of Tintin from the 90s.
Tintin's pretty famous, but I only know of it in retrospect. I've never really seen anything of it. I think it was big in Europe.
Alright. His one that
Yeah,
of course
the
we all
animated
know.
series.
That of course we all know from the 90s. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Well,
I don't know.
What year on that? Because
95 to 97.
Huh, apparently, because I'm pretty sure Nick has its own album, The Chipmunks,
Yeah, there's
from,
been,
from
like,
the
50
2000s,
different
but I
things.
guess they picked up one of the original ones.
Maybe. 2004, Angela Anaconda. Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does, but I don't specifically remember
There's
it.
something Nickelodeon apparently acquired. 2001 to 2003. Animaniacs.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Maniac.
In the 80s, Banana Man.
I remember Banana Man.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
In the 90s, Beetlejuice.
I remember the Beetlejuice cartoon, but I watched
I
it on
don't.
Saturday mornings. I never watched it on Nick. I like the cartoon. I like the cartoon better than the movie.
I have never watched anything related to Beetlejuice. I just know the musical. From the 80s, Belle and Sebastian.
Like singers?
It just says Belle and Sebastian.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
From 2000, Blaster's Universe.
I don't know anything about that either.
98, The Brady Kids.
I guess it ties into the Brady Bunch, but I
That's what I
don't know
assumed.
about it.
From 99 to 2000, The Brothers Club.
No, I'm sorry.
From the 90s, Bullwinkle's Moosarama.
I loved The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle, but this seems like a spin-off of that, and I
Probably.
don't recall it.
Okay, from early 2000s, But Ugly Martians.
No, I don't know.
I don't know anything about that, but from 88 to 93, Count Duckula.
Yeah, I know
You
Count
remember that?
Duckula.
Okay.
Sounds smart.
Oh, here you go. Here's one you've already mentioned and talked about from the 80s and 90s. Danger Mouse.
Fucking love Danger Mouse. That's
Nice.
my man.
For 2013, Digimon Fusion.
It's
Yeah.
fucking Digimon.
Yeah. That's about it for me. 88 to 90, Dr. Snuggles. No? Okay. 97 to 2000, Garfield and Friends.
Yeah, just a Garfield series. I don't know anything
One
special
Yeah,
about it.
That.
Ooh, I see one that I know. But in the 90s, Gumby.
Interesting. I assume it's the original, like, claymation Gumby.
I would assume so. Late 80s, early 90s, Heathcliff.
I liked Heathcliff was like the Kmart of Garfield.
Nice.
But I liked Heathcliff a lot. I read the comics a lot. I don't necessarily remember an animated series, but I may well have watched it.
Nice. From the 80s, 90s to 2000. I took a break in the 90s. Inspector Gadget.
Do Inspector Gadget.
I was expecting Dylan to join in.
I love Inspector Gadget.
Nice.
Dr. Claw and Gadget's niece Penny, who actually did most of
Pretty
the
good.
I don't think I ever
crime
watched it.
solving. I love Inspector Gadget. I didn't remember it specifically airing on Nickelodeon, but obviously it was something I watched a lot as a child.
Nice. 2006, 2007, Kappa Mikey, something like that. I don't know. I don't know it.
Not familiar with it.
Here's one that I know, however, and I really liked it, and there's a doll line that went with it that I wanted, but I still have not gotten. From 2016 to 2017, Cuckoo Harajuku, Gwen Stefani's characters. I loved it.
Moving on.
Okay, 2019, 2020, Lego Jurassic World, Legend of Isla Nublar.
I did not know that existed. I
I'm
might
not
check that out. I like all the Lego stuff.
Yeah, again, that's another thing that is yet to fail us. Lego. From 88 to 99, Looney Tunes. Everybody knows Looney Tunes.
Sure.
If there's someone who doesn't, get out of here.
What's your Looney Tunes?
I will kick you. 2005, Martin Mystery.
No.
Okay. 2002 to 2003, Men in Black, the series.
Alright.
And here's another show that I actually really love, and I watch it on Netflix, but I've heard that Disney, for a little while, has also had the rights to show it. But 2015 to 2016 is Miraculous, Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Love that show. Johnny was watching it the other day. 92 to 99, Jim Henson's Muppet Babies.
I love the original Muppet Babies. That was one of my favorite Saturday morning cartoons. I never watched it on Nick that I know of, but
I know nothing about
Muppet
it.
Babies, we make our dreams come true. Muppet Babies will do the same for you. They'd always go
That's
adventures around their playroom, and you'd see them act out movies, and they'd be in Star Wars or Indiana Jones, and it would all be coming to life around them, but it's just all in their imagination.
That's
Fucking
nice.
love Muppet Babies.
Didn't they do like a new version of it?
They did, and I know nothing about it. I can't say it's good, bad, or indifferent.
Same.
And yeah, I love Muppet Babies. If we ever do the Saturday morning cartoon episode, that'll be
On it
high
for
on
sure.
the list for sure. It's definitely in my top 10 Saturday morning cartoons.
Reasonable. From 2005, My Dad the Rockstar.
I remember this.
Me neither. 2017, 2018, Mysticons.
Nope.
Okay,
No.
sounds familiar. From the 90s.
Sounds like a line of Transformers.
True. From the 90s, Nickelodeon's Most Wanted, Yogi Bear.
Okay.
Why's Yogi Bear?
I mean, I know Yogi
I
Bear,
don't
but I
know.
don't know his association with Nickelodeon.
From the late 80s, The Mysterious Cities of Gold.
Oh, I used to watch that. I didn't remember it being on Nickelodeon. I mean, if it's the show I'm thinking about, it was an animated series where these kids were like on a quest to find the lost cities of gold. It was like, the cities of gold.
That makes me think of the Dawn movie.
I mainly remember watching it. I think it would come on like early morning sometimes. Like I might catch a little bit of it before school.
Uh-huh.
And I remember watching it over at my great grandmother's house, the one we called Tatty, who was my dad's mother.
Nice.
But yeah, I like the Lost Cities of Gold.
Nice.
If it's the same series, you said it was the Mysterious Cities of Gold. I just remember it's the Cities of Gold, but I assume it's probably the same series.
Probably. From 2015, Augie and the Cockroaches. Means nothing to me.
Moving on.
From the early 2000s, Pelswick?
Sounds like a show.
Yeah, also from the early 2000s, Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, that's obviously the Animaniacs spinoff.
Yep. 2013 to 2017, Rabbids Invasion. Never watched it. Obviously familiar with Rabbids.
Familiar with the Rabbids.
Yeah, from 2019, Rainbow Butterfly Unicorn Kitty.
That sounds amazing.
Right. From 2016, Regal Academy.
That sounds dumb.
2013, Rocket Monkeys.
That sounds...
Hey Dill,
Curious.
don't talk into the die. It's not a microphone.
Facts.
I'm sure about that.
I'm sure you're going to mess up your audio for the show.
Facts. After that, 2006.
I'm sure about that.
From 2006, Shuriken School.
That sounds pretty neat.
It does sound interesting. From the late 80s, Spartacus and the Sun Beneath the Sea.
No,
I don't know about this.
Okay, early 2000s, Speed Racer X. A 10.
Speed Racer.
I think it is X.
Okay.
I know Speed Racer, but I
Alright.
don't know that series.
I don't know
I used to
Speed
watch
Racer.
Speed Racer cartoons sometimes.
Speed Racer is
Speed
awesome.
Racer. From the late 80s, Star Trek, the animated series.
Who cares about Star Trek?
Yeah, I've never watched anything Star Trek.
Star Wars is better.
Facts.
I think I watched it a little bit.
It's like Doctor Who,
But I remember sort of that my next door neighbor. I remember my mom telling me he's a guy. His nickname was Choo Choo. But apparently he was off work one day or got off early, and he saw on the cable guide that Star Trek was coming on, and got all excited, got himself all set up to watch because apparently he was a big fan. It turned out to be the animated series. Disappointed in that apparently.
Damn.
Anyway,
Next
that's the
story,
only thing I have to say about Star Trek.
Alright, from 2000, Sticking Around.
Oh wait, did you say sticking around or dicking around?
Sticking.
Oh,
I thought it said dicking around.
that doesn't even make any sense.
Please tweet at us. Tell us what you heard there. Continuing on though, from 2002 to 2003, Super Duper Sumos. Okay.
I think I know.
Okay.
That makes me think of a video game for the Game Boy.
It's potential.
I mean the one that you saw the cover on the AVGN.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Nice. From late 90s and early 2000s, Tiny Toon Adventures.
I've mentioned that earlier. I love Tiny Toons. Is great. It's just as good as Animaniacs.
Nice. From mid-90s, Underdog.
I have no idea what that is.
One of my all-time favorites. Talk about a classic cartoon. That'd be in my top 10 of Saturday morning cartoons.
Nice.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. Underdog. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who rob and plunder. Underdog.
We just have an episode of you singing.
Underdog,
songs.
who's normally the mild-mannered shoeshine boy, but then he takes the pill out of his ring and becomes the superpowered underdog.
Nice.
And saves his sweet
Undertale.
Polly Purebred.
Reminds me of a movie.
They did they did an Underdog movie.
They did.
I said
Okay.
Undertale, but they did an Underdog movie where
Oh,
Jason
okay.
Lee did the voice of Underdog. It was a little different. Of course, they made him into like just a normal human dog who had powers, and it was fine for what it was. But it can't beat the charm of the original cartoon.
Nice.
I didn't know it specifically on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
It's not a Nickelodeon show, obviously, because it's in this category. But double thumbs up for Underdog. 2 paws up for Underdog.
From 2007, 2008, Wayside.
Wayside.
Yeah.
No,
Alright, 2003, 2004, Yakety Yak.
Don't talk back. I don't know what that was on Nickelodeon.
From the late 90s, you're on Nickelodeon, Charlie Brown.
Charlie
Must
Brown's
be a
on
Peanuts
Nickelodeon.
cartoon.
Yeah. I know nothing about it. Okay, now we move into the live action comedy series. I just love these categories. Starting with America's Funniest Home Videos in 2007. I feel like everybody knows and remembers that.
Yeah.
That's
Originally
just
hosted by
something.
Bob Saget, then by Tom Bergeron.
2002.
Maybe others in between or since.
Yeah. 2002, Batman.
There's been a lot of
I know, it's like, what Batman, though?
Wait, you said this is in what category?
Live action comedy series. There's a Batman
I wonder
that
if it's
Nickelodeon
the
had in
original, or if it's
2002.
like what's called the 66 Batman, the live action, because that's the only live action Batman I know of besides the movies.
Very possible.
Yeah, I mean, I used to watch that in syndication as a kid, but I don't think I watched it on it. When did you say they got it?
2002.
Doesn't sound like the time period they would be playing it, but maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Late 90s, they had the Brady Bunch. Makes sense.
Makes sense for Nick at Night, not really for Nickelodeon.
Well, I mean, Nick at Night is part of the Nickelodeon channel.
Well, I don't think you're going to really list every show that was on Nick at Night. I hope not. This episode's going to be 3 hours long.
Facts. Oh, no. Let's keep going then. In 90, Camp One-Amok.
God, you are only in the C's, though.
Well, this list is actually short if I'm looking at it, because I can already see the S.
Well, then I don't think it includes Nick at Night.
Probably not.
I don't. That sounds slightly familiar. There were a lot of shows based around camps. So.
Yeah. Alright, from mid-80s to mid-90s, Dennis the Menace. I think.
Now, see, that, again, there was a classic sitcom. Dennis the Menace, a black and white sitcom. So, 50s, 60s era. And I used to watch it, in syndication. Don't specifically remember watching on Nickelodeon. It could have been on Nick at Night. It might not have been, but I don't remember anything like that just being on regular Nickelodeon. But who knows? Depending on, at different periods, I didn't watch Nickelodeon exclusively at any time. So
yeah, this is quite interesting. Going through all of this, mid '80s, the Donna Reed show.
See, that's the Nick at Night show.
So I guess
watch that on Nick at Night.
I guess maybe it has to do with the categories. Because this is comedy series.
Yeah, I know, but that would include just about everything that's on Nick at Night.
True.
They're almost all sitcoms.
Very true.
Which stands for situation comedy.
Yeah. Well, continuing on, here's one that I know you did not like, but I personally did. 2012, Fred, the show. You did not like Fred.
I don't think I watched it at all, though.
I know, but I remember you didn't care for Fred. In 85, Hanging In.
I'm not
familiar with it.
Right, 86, Mr. Ed.
Yeah, that's the show about the talking horse from the 60s. That's another Nick at Night show, the black and white sitcom that was on. Again, I remember watching it maybe exclusively on Nick at Night. It could have, I'm sure other channels used it as syndicated programming. So I watched it a lot. I liked it when I was a kid.
Nice.
But it's more in that Nick at Night category, which is not something I thought we were really going to delve into.
Me neither. But here you go, in 86 to 88, The Monkees.
Love the Monkees. Okay, it was a show about a band.
Yes.
They were created just for the show.
Yes.
And they did albums, but they didn't actually, even though most of the guys were actual musicians, they didn't do all the playing and singing. It was sort of convoluted. Eventually they got to where they were writing some songs, and maybe they were performing some of it, but a lot of it was them just pantomiming to other singers, even though they were all musicians for real.
Yeah.
And I mean, Davy Jones had hit records, but yeah, they weren't a real band. They were sort of created for the show, but they didn't do a lot of their own music for the show specifically.
Yeah.
But the show was entertaining, and I liked the music that was put out by the Monkees, so I'm a Monkees fan. But we're definitely getting into Nick at Night. Also, Monkees did a cover of the song of
Yes.
the Shrek song, I'm a Believer, which is a Neil Diamond song, which he may have written for the Monkees, but he's also released it. Nice. And then, of course, Smash Mouth covered it for Shrek.
Interesting.
It is I'm a Believer, right? That's the one.
It does sound like
Smash Mouth did for Shrek. I'm almost positive it's I'm a Believer.
It probably is. He's pretty good with the music. Continuing on to 91, Mork and Mindy. That sounds familiar.
It was Robin Williams' first show. It was technically a spinoff of Happy Days. Mork was an alien, and Mindy was the girl I think they were a couple. They were at least friends.
Nice.
That's what it is.
Nice. In 86, My Three Sons.
Love My Three Sons. It was another classic sitcom. If I watched it now, I might be like, why the fuck did I like that? As a kid, I really enjoyed it. It was just a dad. He was probably a widower. Because I think he was just a single dad. But you wouldn't have had just a single dad in the 60s.
Yeah.
And he had 3 sons. So
nice.
It was a good show for the time.
Yeah. 89 and 90, The Patty Duke Show.
Oh, I love the Patty Duke show. Patty Duke played herself and her twin cousin.
Nice.
Meet Patty. What was the cousin's name?
I have no idea.
Whatever it was Meet the cousin's name, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Barclay Square, while Patty's only seen the sights a girl could see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair, but they're cousins, identical cousins, all they laugh alike, my times they even talk, yeah, something like that. But it was Patty Duke playing both, and Patty Duke is the mother of Sean Astin, whose dad is John Astin, who played Gomez Addams on The Addams Family, and Sean Astin is, amongst other things, Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings.
Nice. Continuing on, 2016, Rank the Prank. Something I've heard of, don't think I watched it. It's 2003, 2007. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That's one we know.
I'm pretty sure, but it's
There's,
it's got to be Nick at Night. I mean, it was an ABC show. It might have been a TGIF show.
There's like 10
starring Melissa Joan Hart from Clarissa Explains It All.
Nice. I'm just gonna say there's like 10 different.
Yeah, it was a
versions
comic
of
book
it, though.
originally. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was, and I'm pretty sure Netflix has a version of it right now, and I'm pretty sure there's an animated version.
I mean,
another
I haven't
channel
watched it in a long time, but at the time my mom liked it, and I would see episodes of it. Sometimes for me, the only thing good about it was the cat. Salem, voiced by Nick
Everybody loves Salem. If I ever get a black cat, it's being named Salem.
But it doesn't mean I'm not saying there's no merit to it. I just wasn't into it personally. But again, I'm pretty sure that's got to be Nick at Night.
Probably.
Why
2015.
not just have a Nick at Night category if
I
you're
don't
going to do this? This is odd.
Really. 2015, So Little Time. I actually think I remember like seeing commercials for it, but I didn't watch it.
This is acquired programming still, right? So
Yeah.
These are okay.
Yeah. And then
I think So Little Time might be Nick at Night too, though.
possibly. And then 97 to 99, The Wonder Years.
Which we talked about earlier.
Yes.
Fred Savage, the voice of Oswald, played Kevin Arnold, and Danica, not Danica Patrick, that's the race car driver. Danica McKellar played his love interest Winnie Cooper, and she's in a lot of the Hallmark Channel movies now. She was the mom on like EMC Project EMC.
Oh, that's her?
Whatever. Yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah, it's Winnie Cooper.
Nice.
And a lot of people thought that his friend Paul grew up to be Marilyn Manson, but I'm pretty sure that's been debunked.
Nice. Well, after that, we move into action
Not
series.
his friend Paul in the series, the actor who played Paul.
Okay.
A lot of people thought it was Marilyn Manson, but
Okay, well, now we're going to move into action series. And I'm just going to say, the first one is American Ninja Warrior, 2019. I think we all know that. However, every single one.
Does that come on Nick at Night?
I don't know.
I don't watch Nick at Night anymore.
But I'm just going to say, all of the others on this list, it fall under one series. Anybody want to take a guess at it?
I don't know.
An acquired action show by Nickelodeon that has like 5 or 6 different versions over the last however many years?
Wipeout?
Nope. Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers!
I forgot Power Rangers came on Nickelodeon. We've watched some of the new
Go
ones
Power
like
Rangers!
Samurai and Dino Fury. Et cetera,
Yeah, on
et
here
cetera.
it starts with Samurai in 2011, 2012. Then we have Mega.
Samurai was really good.
Yeah. And then Mega Force, Dino Charge, Ninja Steel, and Beast Morphers.
Honestly, Samurai and Ninja Storm are my 2 favorites.
Nice.
Yeah, Ninja Storm. I also like Power Rangers RPM or whatever.
Do you? It's
There's
fine.
a lot of
Yeah.
good Power Rangers.
But that's it on the list?
That's it for the action ones. I know.
I mean live action.
It just says from acquired action series.
Wait, we finished the comedies?
Yes.
This is weird, man, because there's
It's
a lot of
very
Nick
weird.
at Night that we haven't covered yet.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna keep going.
You can't do that on television. It hasn't shown up, and I guarantee you that was a Nick show. That gave them their slime.
Yeah, well, there's probably more. But let's see.
God, we are
Next up
2 hours into this episode, y'all.
Yeah, no, things happen.
Unless we decide to split it up, in which case we're an hour into the second part. Well, not quite, because we had that break.
True.
But
It's okay. Drama series. I'm gonna try to speed run this because I don't know how much of this we actually know. Starting in the 80s, The Adventures of Black Beauty. Anything? No? Okay.
I know Black Beauty is about a horse, but
Nice. Early 80s, Adventures in Rainbow Country.
no.
Okay. In the 90s, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I mean, I'm
sounds like
familiar
something
with the
I know.
series, but I didn't watch it.
Me neither.
I think it was like Scary Stories kind of
Yeah,
thing.
something like that. 2018, The Bureau of Magical Things.
Yeah, no, I don't
Me
know.
neither. Okay, from 90s, Flipper.
About the dolphin.
Nice.
Yeah, Flipper's about a dolphin.
Nice.
It's kind of like Lassie on the water.
Hey,
Like
I
save
think
people.
that's somewhere. But nice. Next one, this is actually one I've watched, not when it was on, but since on streaming services. That's pretty good. From 2008, 2009, something, whatever I just said. H2O, Just Add Water.
I'm not familiar with it.
I like it. It has mermaids. From the 90s, Land of the Lost.
I didn't know that was a Nickelodeon. That is a okay. The character Marshall, Will, and Holly in James and Bob Strike Back is named after characters in this because it's like Marshall, Will, and Holly.
Uh-huh.
They were on an expedition and they stumbled in like a crack in the earth and wound up in what's called the Land of the Lost, where dinosaurs still lived, and they met like a caveman friend.
Uh-huh.
It was live action, but I mean the dinosaurs would have been like puppets or whatever.
Yeah.
But not it wasn't like, hey, Kermit the dinosaur. It was, it was meant to be a real
Yeah.
dinosaur, but it is done with puppets, but or stop motion, what have you. I loved Land of the Lost when I was a kid.
It sounds
I didn't
like
know Nick
something
ever
I know.
played it, but I certainly watched the hell out of it when it was
Nice.
available to me.
Nice. And then from 80s and 96, from the 80s to 96, Lassie.
Mm-hmm.
And then from the
Hero
80s,
Dog.
from the 80s, Matt
What girl,
and
Timmy
Ginny.
fell down a well? I had a friend named Jimmy, but that wasn't our show. and unless something was going, unless we were on like some Truman Show shit that I didn't know about.
Nice. From the 80s, Powerhouse.
Mm-mm.
Alright, from 2017, Ride.
Don't know those.
Me neither. From the 90s, Ship to Shore. From the 80s and the 90s, having taken a break for like 10 years, The Tomorrow People.
Mm-mm.
Alright, last one in this category. In the 80s, Zoo Family.
Don't know that.
Sounds familiar. I think I did watch
That was
it.
a boom for.
Alright.
I think it was just a family who like lived at a zoo, and maybe some of the zoo animals were puppets or something that talked to them, but maybe not.
I don't know.
I feel like I watched it a little bit, but not a lot.
Alright, well, we're getting into the next category, and I see one of the shows you're rating on is in this category.
Okay.
These are the variety programming.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it would belong there.
So from the 80s,
Wait,
Dusty's...
we're in acquired programming, variety programming?
Yes.
Because was all that acquired? No, 'cause you're starting with D, so where's all that?
I don't know yet.
The fuck? Because it ain't on still, unless did they do a reboot of it or
I don't
something?
think so.
Alright, just go.
Yep, we're going. So the 80s, Dusty's Treehouse.
No,
Okay, from 80s, Going Great.
no,
Okay, from the 90s, Kids World.
no.
The only thing I know about Kids World was a social media website for kids. From the 90s, The Muppet Show. Everybody knows
I
The Muppet
love
Show.
the Muppet Show, but again, not a Nickelodeon original. I don't know that I've
No,
watched
it's
it on
a
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon original. No.
I think it was originally on HBO.
Nice.
No, because Muppet Show
No?
Fraggle Rock was originally on
Ah.
HBO, which is from Jim Henson as
Doesn't
well.
HBO have Sesame Street now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But I'm pretty sure the Muppet Show is like 70s originally.
Yeah, something like that. From the 80s, what will they think of next?
That sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar. But, well, after that, also from the 80s, The Shy Show?
Let me see it. I think it's Sherry.
Shay, okay, I don't know. I tried.
I think I saw it, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Alright.
It could be Shari even, but I think I would say that's Sherry.
Alright. Well, from 81, 82, Vegetable Soup.
Sounds familiar.
Okay, I accidentally skipped one. So from 82, Spread Your Wings.
Mm-mm.
Alright, from, again, 80s, Vic's Vacant Lot.
No.
No. Okay, and then last one in this category, from the 80s, You Can't Do That on
Finally,
Television.
the show that I most
Yeah.
associate with the channel still.
It took that long to get to.
And I mean, it gave them their slime. It gave them their identity.
It really did.
It really carried the channel early on.
Oh, we're about to get into some good stuff again. Because we're going back to preschool.
It and Pinwheel.
Nice.
I think Pinwheel is the other show I was thinking about. As far as the look of it, I guess
Uh-huh.
I was completely off.
Nice.
Maybe the opening credits were done something like that.
I
But
don't
Pinwheel,
know.
the name sounds really familiar, so I think that was the other show. And Danger Mouse. Don't forget Danger Mouse.
Alright, well, here we
And
go
Double
back
Dare.
to pre.
So apparently there's... I'm
Those
telling
are
you,
full
like,
shows.
you can't do that on television in Double Dare. Those are the Nickelodeon shows to me.
Yeah.
And then the Nicktoons.
Alright,
And then, like, the stuff we would watch together when y'all
yeah.
started watching TV.
Alright, so 2019, 44 Cats. Don't know it.
Uh-uh.
Alright, from 80,
Wait, what category are we in now?
we are in Acquired Preschool Series.
Okay.
From late 80s, early 90s, Adventures of the Little Koala. I don't know it. Oh, you know it.
Fucking love Lil
I don't know
Koala.
what that is.
I remember an episode where he got his finger stuck in a bottle. I don't know why that episode stuck out to me, but I love that
Got your
show.
finger stuck in a bottle?
No, I
Okay.
fucking love the Lil Koala.
I don't know it. I'm very sorry, Dad.
No, you should see it though. I
okay.
mean, maybe it won't hold up, but damn, I
I'm willing
loved
to
it
watch it.
when I was a child.
I'm usually down for preschool shows. From the 90s.
I would put it like kind of like Little Bear.
Nice.
Is what it would
I
make
like
think of
Little
the star stuff you've seen.
I like Little Bear.
Okay.
Okay, from the 90s.
Little Bear.
We're not there yet. The Adventures of Timmy the Tooth. I have questions.
I don't remember that.
Alright, from the early 2000s. Bob the Builder.
Bob
The Builder. Can we fix it? Bob
The precursor to Handy Manny on
No.
Disney.
I should say because the blue. I love the blue truck. I don't remember his name. Okay, they actually did a reboot thing of Bob the Builder and I hated it.
I'm sorry.
From
Carry the Contractor.
from the 90s, The Busy World of Richard Scarry. No.
I know
Maybe.
I don't remember Richard Scarry's a series of children's books.
Okay.
So I didn't remember it specifically being a cartoon series, but I may well have watched it. Did you say it was the 90s?
Yes.
Yeah, I would have been
Late
old.
90s.
I would have been old for it by then. Oh yeah, definitely by then. So
Yeah.
Unless I showed it to you, I wouldn't have seen it. At
I have
all.
no
But I
memory of
remember
it.
the books as a child.
I'm from early/mid 90s, Capelli and Company. Alright, from 2010, here we go, Gaba.
I was on the right.
Dino Dan!
Yeah!
I like Dino Dan.
Dino Dan's fun.
And then they did like a newer one where his brother was the main character, and then they did one with a girl. Nobody
Yeah.
remembers it.
I just saw Alexa advertising the girl the other day, like Dino Diana or something.
Nice. From the 90s, Grimm's Fairy Tale Classics.
Cool.
Nice. From early 2000s, there's a good one. Franklin!
Not a Franklin fan.
What?
I can't stand Franklin.
My life has been a lie.
No, I've never liked Franklin. I think he's a little punk.
I love Franklin, he's a turtle!
Can't stand Franklin.
Oh, well, next on the list from 2012 was Franklin and Friends.
It was better. To be honest with you, it was better.
Nice. Oh, well, for...
That was the CGI Franklin, right?
Yeah, something like that. I like them
Yeah.
both. From early 90s. That's the time frame I'm looking at. Fred Penner's Pet Place. I don't know it.
I don't either. Well,
Maybe.
I'm debating. I don't think so, but it's possible.
Alright. From the mid-90s, Someone's Dream World.
But
I
again,
have no
remember,
idea how
if
to
this is
pronounce
acquired programming,
Yeah.
I could have seen it in its original one somewhere
True.
else.
that. True. I have no idea how to pronounce it. It's Someone's Dream World.
Oh, yeah, I don't know either. Janish,
Okay.
maybe.
From 99 to 2001, Kipper.
I should know that.
I don't know if you should, but if it's what I'm thinking of, it was a cute little animation that I like.
It might have been. I just don't recognize the name.
Nice. Well, here's one that you definitely know from 2004 to 2007. Lazy Town!
Oh.
No one's lazy town.
R.I.P. Robbie Rotten. Fucking lovely. I used to say my two heroes were Dumbledore and Sporticus.
Yes, very much.
I'm saying they're not your two heroes anymore.
No more heroes.
I
love Lazy Town.
Yeah, that No One's Lazy in Lazy Town. There's a lot of great songs on that series too, though. But No One's Lazy in Lazy Town. That's one of my top. We've been doing my top TV series songs. That's and I'm not talking about theme songs. I'm mainly talking children's programming. But I'm sure there's some exist elsewhere. But yeah, those are in my top TV songs.
Yeah, I remember the things Spoticus
No
would
one's
do
lazy,
in the opening,
lazy
and I always
town.
loved it when you would do it. The jump split thing. I could never. That's it. Oh, well, from
Do it.
late 90s, early 2000s, as you mentioned earlier, Little Bear!
I like Little Bear.
Such a
Little
precious show.
Little Bear was like the A+ version of Franklin. Little Bear kicks
So many
Franklin's ass.
shows.
Although I did find it awkward that Little Bear was always naked.
It's like Winnie the Pooh without a shirt.
Yeah, but he's got a human friend.
It's
I guess
true.
Pooh does too.
It's also
It just stood out to me more in Little Bear.
Nice. Well, here's one I don't know from the early 90s, The Little Bits.
I don't recognize that.
Alright, and one from 98, The Little Twins.
Don't recognize that.
Alright, one from late 80s, Mapletown.
I don't think so, but you never know.
Yeah. Alright, one from late 90s, early 2000s, Maisie.
I used
Anybody?
to watch Maisie the Mouse.
Oh, yeah.
I
remember
don't
that.
remember watching it with you.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, here's one you definitely know, Dylan. 2003 to 2019, Max and Ruby.
Max and
and
Ruby.
They really fucked it at the end.
Ruby and
Yeah,
Max.
Max.
Wait, that's still on though.
I think it's
not
Ruby
on
at this point.
Because at some point they end
Ruby
up getting
and
don't they get
Little
another
Max.
a little they get another sibling, don't they?
Yeah, is it just
Oh,
one
Max
sibling or
stopped
twins?
talking.
Yeah, Max talks now, and the parents are finally in the picture.
Didn't Max always talk but only certain words?
Yeah, he'd
Well,
like
yeah,
say
he'd
like
always
one
say, like,
word
one
an
word an
episode,
episode.
but now he actually fully speaks sentences.
Yeah.
I like
And
Max
the parents are
Ruby.
back in the picture. Where were the parents for like almost 20 years?
Like the whole game ago, it's a Max and Ruby, and Max doesn't say
And
one
occasionally
word.
their grandma.
You never saw their parents in the original series? I didn't remember that. Max and Ruby's solid though. I don't
Oh
dislike
yeah.
it.
No, Max and Ruby's definitely good, and
theme
I'll still
song
watch the new
The theme
stuff.
song is amazing. It consists of 5 unique lyrics. Max and Ruby.
Well, there's some
Ruby
spoken
and
words
Max.
to it.
True.
Ruby and her little brother Max.
Well, here's one that you
like
you
five
definitely
unique
know, sir. One of the best to exist from 2000 to 2005. Maggie and the Ferocious Beast.
Maddie and the Ferocious Pooh. Love Maggie and the Ferocious. Dylan's just like, the fuck?
True, he's like
here we go.
zoned out.
Top songs. Hamilton sings a song in one episode.
Yes.
It's Hamilton's song, not Alexander Hamilton.
We still need to make
I'm not
Patty.
throwing away my shot.
Hamilton sings his song, and I love it. It's,
Yes. Didn't he live in a box?
Maybe.
I think he did.
We've got 4 of my top 5 songs. Well, I'll tell you where the others are going to come from. Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yes. We're probably getting there.
Yeah, why haven't we gotten there yet?
I don't know. I just
Because
realized
it's not
I don't
currently
know.
on.
I don't think it
was
is.
acquired programming.
I guess we'll find out because I'm not at that point
Maybe
of this list
technically
yet.
it was.
Well, from the early '90s, Maya the Bee. That sounds familiar.
Maya the Bee.
Yes.
It does sound familiar, but I'm not sure what it was.
Continuing his one, Gabba from 2012, Mike the Knight. You remember that? That was kind of nice. And another great one, 2004-2006, Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends.
Oh, I love Miss.
Yes.
Coming home for hugs, be good to bugs. The blended spider
it.
family.
Even though I'm scared of spiders.
Yo Gabba
I guess
Gabba
they
only
wanna-
have a 6.8 on
I guess they
IMDb.
weren't a blended family, but it was a spider raising all kinds of other little
Yeah.
bugs.
I loved it.
Adopted bugs. Love Miss Spider Sunny Patch Friends.
One from early 90s, late 80s, Noozles.
Sounds familiar, to be honest with you,
I
but I
don't
can't place
recognize
it.
Right, from 2009, Olivia.
Olivia.
I don't know Olivia. So she's
Pretty much
another pig, right?
Yep, pig.
It's pretty much
Favorite
Peppa
color
Pig.
is red. Wears a red dress. Lives with her mom, dad, and little
I
brother
think-
who wears
I think-
blue. Actually, she had 2 little brothers.
I think the Olivia book or whatever came
Yeah.
before Peppa Pig, but the
Something
series
like that.
came after Peppa Pig.
Yeah, I don't remember for sure. From the 90s, Papa Beaver's story time. Anything?
It sounds familiar, but
Alright. From 2013 to 2016, Peter Rabbit. I love the Peter Rabbit series. But here's another good one, Dad, from 2003 to 2005. Rubber Dubbers.
yeah, the little bath toys.
Yeah, I loved them. We have a tape. We have that on tape, like out in the playroom or
Uh-huh.
something.
You got that at like Dollar General or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I love it though. From the late 90s, Rupert. Anything?
It sounds familiar.
Potentially.
But I think it's something I would have watched with you when you were young.
Alright. Okay, I'm starting to get peeks at shows that I've been waiting to see. 80s, 90s. Sharon, Lois, and Bram's Elephant Show? Ring any bells?
No.
Okay.
From what time?
87 to 94.
Yeah, I think that was one I watched pretty regularly.
Nice.
I may be wrong, because 87 I wouldn't have really been into preschool, but that doesn't mean I couldn't have still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It sounds very familiar. But then again, these are required, so I could have also watched it in its original run somewhere
Yeah.
else. But I can't give you anything from it as far as that goes.
Alright. Well, in 2000, Shining Time Station. That does not sound familiar to me. 2017 to 2019. Did not know that this ever aired on Nick. Thomas and Friends.
I was about to say Shining Station sounds like a Thomas ripoff.
Well, apparently they got Thomas a few years ago. That's a show that we all know. Dylan was obsessed with at some point. I disliked at some point. But in 2012, Tickety Talk. I love Tickety Talk. I want a clock
Tickety
based
Talk.
off of it. What?
I remember.
I would hope you do. I want a clock based off of it. Do you remember Tickety Talk?
The name sounds familiar. But
Okay. From the 80s, 2 days special.
No, I don't recall it.
From 2003, Treenies.
Tweenies?
Treenies.
No.
Me neither. From 88 to 95, The World of David the Gnome.
Love
David
that
the
series.
Gnome.
About a
Nice.
gnome named David. He looked like a garden gnome. He had the hat and everything, but he had a
Nice.
family. I have some I think I have some books on it.
Uh-huh.
But again, I don't remember it being a Nickelodeon show. I feel like it was one of those I just catch other times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love World of David the Gnome.
Nice. Here's one we all know and love. From 2006 to 2010, Wow Wow Wubsy.
That's an acquired show, not an original.
Apparently.
I remember that debuting on
Yeah,
Nickelodeon.
I loved it.
Wow Wow Wubsy. That came right along for you, Dylan, in your youth. I
Yeah.
recall. What was the dates?
2006 to 2010.
Yeah. Wow
Yeah.
Wow Wubsy.
It was a great
Wubsy,
show, though.
Wubsy. Wow. I'm pretty sure. I feel like his bunny friend has the same voice as Sandy.
Possibly, I don't know. I don't remember.
They have a very similar timbre, if it's not the same actor.
Yeah. It's a great show, though. It's how I learned to draw rocks. Don't ask. From 96 to 2000, The Rubulous World of Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't necessarily remember watching it, but I remember that title.
Yeah, and then finally for the FOMO programming, from 2007 to 2011, Yo Gabba Gabba.
So that's acquired.
Apparently.
I thought that was a Nickelodeon original, but fuck, one of the greatest.
Definitely one of the
And
greatest.
again, not one, but two of my favorite songs from there. Of course, wiggle, 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 go. Wiggle, 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 go. Wiggle, 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 go.
Stop.
I just want to point out the fact.
Still. But, wait, the best. Think happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and a smile will come over you.
I just want to point
Big
out.
shout out to Yo Gabba Gabba.
That's true,
and
man.
apparently DJ Lance Rock's still doing his thing on Twitter.
Yep.
Oh no, not Twitter, TikTok.
Yes, I love it.
Maybe on Twitter too, though. Who knows?
That's awesome.
I just want to point out the fact that they managed to have My Chemical Romance on that show.
They had like everything.
They had Jack Black on that show.
Yeah.
The Kung Fu Panda himself.
Yeah, it's just funny when you think Nickelodeon preschool show has punk emo band, and I'm just sitting
Okay.
like, yes, I love it though. So, you wanna try the current programming? Can't be that much,
Come
right?
on, go, let's play with DJ Lance Rock today. Yo Gabba Gabba, Yo Gabba Gabba, Yo
So
Gabba
good.
Gabba, hooray! It feels like it didn't last that long.
What do you mean?
The show Yo Gabba Gabba feels either we
Went from
just
2007 to 2011.
yeah, it's only 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, some of these things are much longer.
Oh yeah,
running,
definitely.
Or they feel like that. Maybe some of us too that we just moved on from it.
Possibly.
Or from
And other stuff.
2007 to 2011 on Nickelodeon. Nick Jr. from 2011 to 2015.
Nice.
But new episodes were only for 4 years.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
It
'cause
seems
was-
like.
I don't know. But
I don't know.
It doesn't seem like it was around as long as some of these other shows, but it was a
Quite
good
possible. So, you want to jump into current
What's-
programming?
one. Yeah,
Can't be that much, right? They only have so much space on TV.
I suppose they got 24 hours a day to fill.
Starting
Well, I guess they
with
still do. See, that's the thing though, because if some of those shows on here are Nick at Night shows, I'm 90% sure. Don't get me wrong. Maybe at some point they were airing, Nick at Night style shows
Yeah.
in other places on the network. So,
alright.
but Donna Reed Show, My Three Sons, Mr. Ed, those
Yeah.
were Nick at Night programs. But I don't know.
Okay, we'll start it in the animated category. Number 1, premiering in 99, SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob
SquarePants. Current season 13.
One of the most overrated cartoons of all time.
I mean, that's
But
pretty good.
as I pointed out, something can be overrated and still be good.
Oh, it's so good.
No, it's not.
So good.
It's good.
It's awesome.
I like
that's the best-
SpongeBob.
No.
Look,
Look, it's not high on my list, but it's not low on my list
You
either.
and me.
Look, we've named several Nickelodeon shows that are better, and we're gonna name when we
A
get
lot
to
on
Disney
Disney.
Channel and Cartoon Network.
Oof.
There's gonna be shows that blow this out of the water.
There's a lot of good stuff over there. Okay, next show from 2016, The Loud House. I've only
Yeah,
seen a couple
I
episodes
feel like we
of
live
it.
in the Loud House,
We do.
What are you talking about?
That's definitely what your mom used to say.
but it's a good show. What I've seen of it.
Grandma used to always say, we're the loud family. You gotta be loud in this house. 2018,
I made that joke originally off the Proud Family.
Nice. But,
Speaking of Disney Channel.
yeah. From 2018, Rise of the
Speaking of
Teenage...
shows that are better than SpongeBob,
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is this the one with
that's
the
the
weird
newer
art
one,
style?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care
I
for it
haven't-
simply because of the art
I
style.
haven't even given it a chance, and it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not even being a snob.
I
Like,
saw
oh,
the
I'd
first
never watch
episode.
it.
Yeah.
It's
I haven't had any
decent.
reason to watch it.
It's not as good as the.
The other Nickelodeon one.
I just want to say, like, the art style itself in general is probably nice,
Oh, hi there.
but I don't care for how it's being used, like in the show. Alright, so from 2019, The Casa Grandes. One I've heard of but not seen.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I think we might have actually watched an episode or two.
Oh.
I feel like I have, and I don't know why I wouldn't by myself. But
True.
You never know if it just happened to be on, and I sat
Yeah.
down and got into it.
Yeah, and then 2020, It's Pony. Again,
It's
one
Pony?
that sounds like I've heard of, but... Okay, next we go into live action comedy. And, I'm gonna read this not in the order they were released for a specific reason. So I'm starting with one that came out in 2020 called Side Hustle. Okay, another one called Danger First. That might be related to the whole Henry Danger stuff
Yeah,
again.
Sure is.
And then last one also from 2020, well not last one, but another one from 2020 is Tyler Perry's Young Dylan. Okay. But then, here we go. You were missing a show on the other section of this article. Premiering in 1994, currently going in its 11th season. All That.
Okay, well then they reproduced it because it hasn't been going continuously.
I guess
Even
so.
I realize cast can change like Saturday Night Live does. I realize, but no, I don't think it's been on the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they must have
Probably.
relaunched it at some point.
I don't know.
I liked
exactly
All
when.
That, as I recall. It was like a kid sketch show.
Yeah.
I know Amanda Bynes started on it for what that's worth. I think Nick Cannon might have been on it. Keenan and Kel were definitely on it.
Nice. But apparently it's currently in its 11th season.
Interesting.
And we go into dramas. We get from 2019, once again, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Mm-hmm. And then in 2020, The Astronauts.
Okay.
And then we get game shows from 2020, Nickelodeon's Unfiltered, and 2021, Tuned In. Then a few unscripted series, starting in 2019, The Substitute. Also in 2019, Top Elf. Most of these I do not know. But in 2020, The Crystal Maze. Another one, 2020, Group Chat. Last one for 2020, Cake My Day. Oh, no, I was wrong. There's another one in 2020 called Unleashed. Know any of those?
I don't think so.
Alright, well, here's some we might know. The Preschool Series. Starting in Okay, this is interesting because it's saying that its current seasons are reruns. So it's not like getting new episodes, I guess. So I don't know why it's on in this section. But it says starting in 2010, Team Umizoomi. We all know that one. Pretty good. And then
Did you guys watch that when you were younger? Or is that more of a genre? Okay, I didn't remember.
I watched the fuck out of Team Umizoomi.
I don't remember it being a heavy rotation for us, but
yeah,
I watched.
I think that was kind of a point where I was kind of starting to watch a little more of other stuff, So I remember watching it a little bit. But 2011, Bubble Guppies.
Bubble
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I watched the fuck out of Bubble Guppies.
True.
I remember when that premiered. That was big for us.
Yeah, here's one from 2013 that I think Gaba could do an entire episode by himself just complaining about.
They Blaze and the Monster Machines.
Yes, Blaze and the Monster Machines.
Blaze is a fucking cheater. As much as Crusher is.
I like Blaze and the Monster Machines.
I just know
good.
if they don't make a line of toy cars based on the Monster Machines, they're missing out on an opportunity. That owl
Very
car
fact.
alone is awesome.
I just said very fact.
Very fact.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt about that. But they should be making toys if they're not, though. I want those now. From 2018, I've seen a little bit of this. Don't watch it too much. Butterbean's Cafe. Yeah.
Not familiar with it, sorry.
It's like some fays or something. From 2019, Blue's Clues and You. Of course we watched that.
Yeah,
We've already
the
covered
newest
that.
iteration featuring Josh.
CJ,
come on.
I am slightly surprised they didn't go with a female companion for Blue.
Kinda surprised,
Although,
yeah.
I was also surprised when I found out that Blue was a girl the first time. I shouldn't have assumed, but I thought Blue was a boy, and then I found out, so maybe they figured they'd keep the male-female dynamic.
Maybe.
But I was a little surprised they didn't come up with a female human host.
Kind of.
It's Blue's Clues and You.
But that's not a complaint or even really
No.
a comment
I
as far
still love
as a pointed comment. It's just a factual
observation.
comment.
Then 2020, this is one that Johnny has very recently been
And I do
almost
like. I
obsessed
should
with.
point out, I do like the fact that both Joe and Steve come back.
Yes, I very much love that.
In those roles, but like I know Joe runs a lot of the stores they visit, and like Steve's a detective or something.
Yeah.
We're going to see who succeeds in life.
They're doing
But
what they love, and they can live off of it.
Facts.
What's wrong with it?
But 2020, here's one that Johnny's been really into: Santiago of the Seas. Kind of good show though. Yeah, it is definitely new.
I don't know. I find it a bit questionable.
I like it. It's very
I feel
familiar
like
with other
the
shows.
powers seem too convenient,
Very.
and I do question why like the villainess is a preteen girl who lives by herself on a pirate ship.
Same.
Why are
Like I question a lot of things, but it has a cute frog. So.
Why is Santiago like a 10-year-old?
I'm not quite sure I understand the frog. Fucking Dora did it. She was like 6.
Fact. She literally was like 6 or 7 canonically.
Canonically?
Yes.
Do you know how to speak?
No.
Okay.
Also from 2020, Baby Shark's Big Show.
Baby
I mean,
Shark,
I know Baby Shark's a big hit. But you said Baby Shark, and it's coming out.
Yeah.
I know that.
Baby
You heard her
Shark.
say Baby Shark?
No.
Okay. We're just
Wait,
I
Johnny.
might be getting close.
Johnny, thoughts on Baby Shark? Okay.
Okay. Alright, so getting into miniseries and specials now. And this is actually curious. So, like I said, it's supposedly all the current stuff. That's not what I was trying to say. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just going to start 2015 Nickelodeon holiday specials. And also starting in 2013, the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Sports. But then the longest running miniseries / specials, having started in 1988. Anybody want to guess?
Kids' Choice Awards.
Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering when they were going to show up.
They just showed up. Educational series. They have Kids Pick the President, starting in 1988. Worldwide Day of Play, starting in 2004. Damn, that's younger than me.
Yeah.
He's
Damn.
older than me.
Yeah, no. I'm not surprised. I don't remember it.
I very much remember it.
Until you were
off there
around.
for a few hours, like, stop watching TV, go play. And it's like, I'm gonna just go watch Disney.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't necessarily that much of an issue.
No.
Generations before you.
Yeah. Nick Helps, starting in 2019. And now we are into the acquired current programming. So live action, starting in 2017, was Hunter Street. And starting February 2021, Power Rangers Dino Fury.
I haven't watched any of that.
Okay.
I should.
Nice. The animated stuff, starting in 2015, we have another version of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, that's the newer one that I was referring to. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Alvin.
In 2019, Lego City Adventures. We've seen some of that.
I've seen a bit of it. It's just like been on in the room when Johnny was watching stuff.
Kind of nice.
What I've seen of it's fine. It's kind of traditional Lego fare.
Yeah.
As far as Lego properties like the games and the shorts.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, somebody
also...
that's like a man in a coon suit. I don't know.
Typical
why.
Lego fare.
and then also 2020 is Ollie's Pack, which I'm not sure if I know it or not.
I think I do.
I remember when I was younger there was some animated show about a character named Ollie. And then back into the preschool series. 2013, well, a big one, Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Big one for Johnny.
That's a good
I don't feel like it's big for y'all.
Well, no, it started in 2013. I think we were watching other things by then. But it is a good one. It's one I'll sit and watch. Also, starting in 2013, Peppa Pig.
I like Peppa. That's one of my favorites of what Johnny watches.
I love how savage she
Peppa,
can
I was
be.
gonna say Peppa's a savage.
Yeah.
That one episode.
When she just hangs up the phone on Susie.
That one
like,
episode
studio.
when the snowball flying. And George and so the snowball, and they're laughing, and Susan makes the big snowball throws on top of it. Still laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, Peppa is definitely a good one. And then, this says, starting in 2016, there's a note saying that I moved to Nick Jr. in 2018. Rusty Rivets.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Very peripherally
Yeah, it's like,
familiar with that.
I've seen a bit of it. Isn't there like a robotic dinosaur or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Another one that I'm only somewhat familiar with from 2017, note saying it moved to Nick Jr. in 2019, Top Ring.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. Here's one that Johnny really likes.
Boyd's.
Here's one that Johnny's really into. I watch it with him quite a bit. From 2018, moved to Nick Jr. in 2020, Abby Hatcher.
Abby Hatcher's good.
It is good. I want to.
I don't watch enough of it with him, but it's really solid.
Like, please tell me though.
Dude, you know what that makes me think of? For
What?
no good reason?
What?
Doggy Daycare.
Oh my. What did that come on?
It didn't. I think it was just
did?
DVDs that came with the toys. And there were just a couple episodes and a few sets. But yeah, I wish it had been a longer running series. I thought it was really good.
Screw every toy I've ever mentioned that I wanted in this episode. I'm just gonna go on eBay and find all of
But it
those.
really has nothing to do with Abby Hatcher. It didn't even look that much like it. I don't know why it made me think of it. But
Yeah, I don't know, but Doggy Daycare and like little Fivesies or whatever they were called. Oh my gosh.
Fivesies were horrible toys. They
They
everything
were, but they
broke.
were cute. They were so cute. I remember them being really cute. But ooh, Doggy Daycare. That's got me
Doggy
excited.
Daycare.
I love Doggy Daycare. Continuing on, here's one
Doggy Daycare.
that started in March 2019 on Nick, but later in May 2019 moved over to Nick Jr. Conan and Peg. Never watched it, but we do know it.
Yeah, I
It's the Unicorn and the Pegasus, isn't it? Or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, I've watched a bit of that with Johnny.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of it.
I feel like it's a little too not earnest, but a little too goody-goody. That's not really what I'm going for. But they're just a little too straight-laced and a little too... But it's good.
Okay. Well, here's the next one that I've occasionally seen, and I mentioned earlier in the show. Not one of my favorites at all. I don't care for it too much, and apparently, it premiered on my 18th birthday, April 19th, 2019. I don't like that. But Ryan's Mystery Playdate.
I'm not familiar with that.
It's the show for Ryan, Ryan's World and all that stuff.
I know you guys seem to have an irrational hate of him, but I don't
hate him because he's just a kid. But, like, he's just a kid who did some stuff on YouTube and is now a millionaire. And he's, like, maybe 10.
It's jealousy.
Something like that.
Oh, like you have. But,
I don't wish harm on him, though, because he's a kid.
But when I'm jealous of somebody, I admit it.
To be honest,
I think it's more envy than jealousy.
To be honest, his parents probably do half of the shit.
I mean, they are very active in the show and whatnot. I know that.
His parents probably set this all up.
Like I said, some of it's cute. They've got some cool characters. I've noticed they have toys, but a lot of the toys is like they just decide to slap his face on something that's already existed for so long.
Decide to slap his face.
Fuck you,
That's
Ryan.
the toy I'll buy.
Red face Ryan.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
No. Big no. No.
I still buy it.
That hurt. Not the slap. I just laughed so hard.
Here's another one that we know. From 2019. Moved to Nick Jr. later in 2019. Ricky Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like an episode of that. I know Johnny likes it a lot.
Yeah.
Let's Blaze, Thomas, both bikes now.
Kind of.
Something like that. Here's a good one. Your favorite from 2019.
Must be Paddington.
Moved to Nick Jr. in 2020. The Adventures of Paddington.
I love The Adventures of Paddington. That's my favorite to watch with Johnny. It's my favorite of the Johnny generation.
Yes.
Paddington Bear.
And then last one came out in January of this year. I haven't watched the show, but we've seen a little bit about it. Deer Squad. Remember?
Oh yeah, like the Deer Power Rangers?
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
seen it yet. I've only seen advertisements for it, but
Same. And that wraps up the current programming.
I will say my
So
favorite
are we done?
cartoon from the Johnny generation is the Nick Show. I think my favorite for y'all's generation will be Disney or Cartoon Network.
Probably.
Probably both Disney, depending on exactly where the lines of demarcation fall.
Yeah.
But I know what mine would be for you, and I'm pretty sure I know what mine would be for Dylan's generation.
I was going
When
to
I say
ask.
generation, I'm not saying, I just mean as far as their era. Like we had shows
Yeah.
that were around when you were a kid, and then there were newer ones when Dylan was young. And
I was going to ask if anybody was curious about all of Nick's different programming blocks, but we can save that for another time. I just looked at that list. I don't think we want to get into that.
Okay, hold on. Yeah.
It's long. It's so
Alright,
damn
well, we
long.
may be done with Nickelodeon, but we still have Disney Channel and Cartoon Network at least to look forward to.
Yes.
So make sure you come back when the conversation will continue, but until then I am will continue to be Maddie.
Lexie.
Dylan.
This is LexiCon concluded.
Bye.